Welcome to my office and now infant clothing boutique. I wanted to go over this Kenny Barron piece, Slow Grind, which is a fun one. A lot of great blues lines, a lot of great vocabulary, and it's just the way he plays is so tasteful. His touch is incredible. But let's check out the notes. So I'm going to start with the right hand. It's a 12-bar blues in G. Really hearing that triplet is the key, because there's a lot of things that get a little bit floaty, things move around a little bit. There's a lot of right hand that's just kind of, whoa, over everything. But hearing that strong, keeping that triplet like internalized, like we talked about with the tapping and talking rhythm, having that there all the time. You need that. Okay, but let's look at the right hand. Check out the notes. I'll break down some of the runs and talk about what's going on here, and then we'll dig into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I'll do that again. First run. Okay, love that. I messed up. Okay, so with a lot of these things, when you have any of the little faster parts, a little bit more, whatever, tricky parts, it's really good to find the groups that make sense for your hand and leave a gap in between them. So even for this first, find the better fingering. There we go. Like for that first run in measure 2, well, measure 3 on the score, that's the first group, that's the second group, and then you can put them together. So find the gap, let your hand prepare, get it, slowly get rid of the gap, and even though it might you might always kind of hear it, it might always be there, but the listener's not going to hear it. Let's check out this run in measure 4, same thing here. I think kind of gets to that G a little faster. You can break this up in a few ways. That's a hand shape, that's just a G major triad. I'm hearing more of that than I wrote. I like hearing. That's nice. So you could do it in 3 groups. You could do it in 4 groups. And then slowly close that gap. Right. Okay, moving on to measure 5. Bum. Just love the sound he gets here. Like, it's got some teeth to it. And then these great little... Okay, coming into the very first weird tuplety thingy. So I have 8/6. It's not a precise way to write it. For me, it's just a way to kind of keep track. I think of this, when I was writing this out, kind of Chopin-like in terms of like these they're not really polyrhythms. It's just groups of notes over a certain number of notes. It's not measured. It's not meant to be exact. It's just a way to like kind of break them down and think about it. And I did try to keep the invisible break throughout each of these so you can kind of see where everything lines up. So this is a weird one where you have 1, 2, 3, but you have 8 going on, 2 groups of 4. An approximate way to do that, you can just think about like 1, 2, 3. Well, 4 would be a little bit faster, right? You could be specific about 3 over 4, but we don't need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Kind of shift gears, and you have a beat of 4 all of a sudden. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Twice as fast in the 4. Just a way to kind of like, okay. If you remember the telephone game where we like took the metronome on and went back and forth between like any number of beats within one beat, like 9 beats in 1 beat in 1, 7 beats in 1. That's the kind of idea here, to kind of like keep the strong downbeat, and you can kind of be like, okay, I'm going to do approximately 8 there. It's like a little more than twice as fast. So you can think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, same thing. Oops. Having that break in the hand. Where would you could break into groups of 2. Groups of 3 is nice, or as written. Okay, anyway. So for this thing in measure 7, this gets a little loose. He's just kind of playing this triplety roll. Just pay attention to how many times you land on the C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the last one. So we have from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how I keep track of that. Just so it's like, okay, you're kind of approximate. And then we get to this really fun run here, which I love. In measure 7, this is the first sort of complicated one, but this is great because it fits under the hand so well. And I see this as two groups. You have this basically, this is the shape he goes to a lot, which is really G half diminished triad. Rolling, which we saw before, we saw up here. And then basically the same shape. I think it's just this, not the F the second time. So you have this shape, this shape. So getting those as hand movements, gestures, rolling, pray them as chords, roll. Right, so it's really very gestural. There's the left hand in there. Okay, not a big deal. Going on into measure 8. Okay, so this is where I actually think like the 7/6 might be a bit precise, because he has this, it's like almost like a hemiola. Like he has this blues, right? How would you do it? You could do all kinds of, oh, sorry. There it is. Like that. But like you notice like where the left hand's lining up, where the G lands, right? The G is one beat after, it's with the chord, it's one beat before. So I think it's actually fairly specific. So how many times does it play? 1, 2, 3, 3 times with the G. So that's the 2. Yeah. Moving down to measure 10. This 9/1, yeah, more or less, but it's kind of easy to hear if you have 1, 2, 3. You hear the triplet within the subdivision. So 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a, right? 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2, 3. Right, kind of fits. And then it's like, okay, kind of the same thing, but it just kind of, this is where it gets a little bit floaty. And then a great line here, a long one. Whoops, what is it? Is it? Nice line. Sorry. I have to cut that out. Let's get that. God, that's so nice. One. So again, I wrote this so you can see each beat, like 1, 2, 3. You can go kind of slow, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the big turnaround, which I love. Let's try it one time through from the top. I'm going to do it with this scrolling score without the audio. See what happens. Okay. I'm going to try to count myself in. Going to start right on it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I added something there. and so on. All right. So work on that right hand. Let me know if you have questions. We can dig into any of those runs, anything's unclear. And then we'll work on the left hand, which is kind of the same for the whole piece. So well on your way.